So, need to figure out what happened there. Recombine. Recombine. Oh, I think I know what happened. I forgot to set the alpha. 0. Then 1. Alright, so let's try that now. Oh, it did not like changing the color. That's the only... So that's interesting. It seems to not like my choice of color there. Okay, well, oh well. I was gonna have some fun with it, not a big deal. Now we should be able to just go down to 0, and then once it hits 0, it'll be like, okay, I'm done. Okay. So that's that. And what's great is, let's say I wanted like a really long thing, but still give opportunity for death here. So we got this thing. Take this. Like, bam. And now it should work for all 3. And they pop back up. And so all of that code, while a little annoying to set up at first, yeah, you only have to go so far. Then you die. But you get my drift here. Doesn't take very long to set up. It's pretty easy to do. Very useful, especially for things like this, like 2D platformers and stuff like that. Like if you want a bonus level, where it's like collect as many as you can. You know, set 100 and you get a life and stuff like that. Which I already like in here. It's 5, but you know, same basic concept. Is setting and getting life. So that is our coin spawner, and setting it up in a level. Instead of setting it up with the level like I was initially going to do, all you have to do is really add an actor to that level that stops it. Basically, you just go, okay, this is going to be a bonus level. Name count coins bonus level, and then when you check it, you're just checking against that instead of trying to mess with the level blueprint, because level blueprints are not nearly as fun to mess with. Okay, so there was a specific question here. Let's see. Yeah, I already answered the game state versus game instance thing. So it was the player pickup changes character from man to bird, etc. Okay, so I'm going to use a separate example that we already have done to kind of represent part of this. It was in my first person gun stuff. That's where we started. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, and I believe, if I remember correctly. What was our... Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, just need to find my F button information inside of my character blueprint. Once I find my character blueprint, there he is. Control F, F. Let's find it. Event F. Really? Okay. Use stuff. Possess. There we are. Okay. Look. Oh, it's G. Whatever. Okay. So, what our possession mechanic does is we go through and do a line trace, in this case, to whatever actor we're wanting to possess. And we check it, and we cast to it. In this case, it's a camera actor, so I specifically cast it to the camera actor. But you could do like a parent class, say let's like all of your characters are underneath a specific class. Dog, cat, bird, llama, dragon, zombie. I don't know. So you cast that. Then we have this possess mechanic right here. This node actually is already existing in the editor. And what it does is your player controller, which in the case of what you're trying to do, your player controller is going to be where your possession mechanic takes place. And basically you're going to kind of like unpossess this. So you actually want to use unpossess. So you want to use an unpossessed node here. So your player controller will be like sucked out of this actor. And then whatever actor you tell it to, you're going to possess. So your character gets put. It's kind of like, if you think of it like a think of it like, okay, Battlestar Galactica super nerd time. Think of it like Cylons in the new Battlestar Galactica, not the old Battlestar Galactica. So all of them are effectively copies of one type of Cylon unit, right? And what happens is their memory gets kind of like sucked out of them when they die and then put into a new body. Kind of the same thing. Basically, you're taking your original actor and going, nope, I'm not possessing you anymore. And then you get rid of that actor. I'm guessing this is going to all take place in like one position. So like your character is where they are and they switch into a dog. So let's take that for instance. So you unpossess the human character, destroy that, then you can change to the new character, which would be thank you. For everyone who doesn't know, Platypus is actually my best friend. He comes in every once in a while to harass me and make fun of me. That's absolutely normal, and he is more than welcome. um, anyways, so it's kind of like you destroy the human portion, and then you bring up and spawn the dog. And I think I can actually do a practical example of this. It's going to be a bit weird, and it's going to take me a few minutes to actually set up, but let us open. Okay, I'm going to create a new project for this because this is going to be a weird one, and I'd like to make sure that I do this right the first time. So, new project. We're going to go with a third-person project so we can see the difference. We're going to call this Switch Pawns. And we are not going to save. Give me just a sec here. I have some tea that I would like to drink. Excuse me. Oh, also, this is specifically for Neil. Today is absolutely going to be a League of Legends day after stream because it is URF mode, and we are playing URF mode. just so you know, this is not up for debate. We are earthing today. And yes, for everyone who was yearning to know about my weird game choices, I like League of Legends. That's one of my big ones. And Earth mode is my favorite mode. I actually have the icon of Earthicus Maximus as my League icon because it's fantastic. And I own every champion in the game. Okay, so got our third person character, right? Well, I'm going to create. We'll call this like man. And of course, this is going to be a very bad representation. Uh, is it even possible to do vertex painting on materials that are applied to skeletal meshes? Maybe? I'm gonna give a hard maybe. We're gonna find out in just a minute, because that's how I'm gonna test part of this. Okay, so call this dog. Uh, let's say we've got another one that's bird. You know. Okay, so these are our skeletal meshes, right? We want it to be boom, player controller. This is our controller. And then I need to go into settings, hit world settings, game mode, set this to game mode, boom. Third person game mode, we're going to set this to man as our first thing. We're going to set this to controller so that we know for sure we are using our controller. Okay, so possession mechanic is going to be 1, and I'm going to set this up. Oops. 2, 3. Get pawn. Get self. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Cast to man. Okay. If the cast fails, then we are going to unpossess get we are going to okay, so we are going to do no, not set lifespan. Okay. This is going to be interesting. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this exactly. Let's say if it is not man, we want to spawn actor from class man. For now, we're just going to do get all, or going to do possess. Get actor, or get location.